Hello there, another episode of Common Sense News for the 30th of September 2019. Today's subject is going to be a follow-up from the last episode. Remember when I said that President Trump relinquished some of his executive power by revealing and allowing the transcript of the phone call to be sent over and made public? Well, now the House wants all of his transcripts of all of his conversations with all of the other leaders of the world sent over to them. I knew that was going to happen, and I also said that I hoped President Trump could figure out a way to strengthen his hand instead of weaken his position. Now, I have a way that he can do that. I've been thinking about this, and there is a way that he can do that. He can use this to strengthen his position as the chief executive officer of the country. Now, here's how it works. As the chief executive officer of the country, as the president, he makes an executive order for his Justice Department and other departments to establish a procedure very much like the procedure that policemen have to go through to get a warrant. They have to take probable cause to a judge, convince that judge that there is probably some evidence in somewhere or someplace or somebody has that they want to go get a look at, and they have to say specifically what they're looking for and where they're looking for it at, or the judge will not issue them a warrant to go search that place. Well, a similar procedure should be set up for Congress. If the House or Senate wants to receive a document that is normally considered to be privileged to the executive department, they should have, I think, a procedure to ask for that document. But in the asking, they have to state what they're looking for and in exactly which conversation or which document they're looking for it in, just like police getting an arrest warrant. Now, here's the deal. Part of that procedure should be that, let's say, the House of Representatives is, no matter which party is in control, selects one of the reviewers, let's call them, and the Senate selects another reviewer. Now, if they're both the same party, well, then it just makes it easier for that side. But if there are two different parties, you've got one of each side doing the review. And what the reviewers do is they take this request from either the House or the Senate, they read it, they see the specific information that the House says they're looking for, specific information, not a fishing expedition. And then these reviewers go and look at the transcript of that conversation that request says this is the conversation we're looking for this information in. And if the information is there, then the reviewers, each independently, not knowing what the other is going to say, each independently responds to the body that asked for the thing, either confirming that they were right, there is an aspect of exactly what they were looking for in that conversation, and that they need to negotiate with the executive branch to figure out what they're going to do next. Or the reviewers can say, hey, what these people said that they're looking for is not here. You know, like the current case with the conversation with the president of the Ukraine. So, and each of these reviewers has to send an independent response back to either the House or Senate asking for the data, asking for the release or making that document available. And here's the catch. If they send back differing expositions of the facts, if they represent different facts from what's in the conversation to the House or the Senate, let's say one says, oh yeah, what you're looking for is here, and it's specifically in this conversation, and the other one says, no, there's nothing about what you're looking for in this conversation, then when the House gets it, and let's say they want their side or one of the reviewers said, yeah, what you're looking for is there, then in the House's negotiation with the executive department to look at that document, man, all President Trump would have to do is one more document made public. He could say, okay, here is the document. By the way, the reviewer that answered to to the House lied about what was in this document. He needs to be impeached immediately if he's in a position where he can be impeached, or he needs to be fired, and then he needs to be prosecuted. He needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law on any charge they can come up with against him. Prove to the nation that the other side is corrupt and a bunch of liars. That and the other side, knowing that this could happen, boy, they will think twice before they start spreading their lies just willy-nilly again, and the press just spreading them with them. Yeah, I think that this idea will work. Now, but it doesn't make any difference what I think. I hope there's somebody smart enough in the administration to figure this out themselves and set it up. But if they don't do it, if it doesn't get done, there's no way little old me, a nobody, is going to get this message to anybody anywhere that can do anything about it, much less inside the White House or in the president's ear. However, there is one outside chance that you can help. Take this video, spread it, make it go viral. As many people as you can. Somewhere down the line, maybe somebody that does have the ear of an important person in the White House, or somebody that does have the ear of the president. Maybe they can get this little nugget of an idea to them, and it can get worked out, put some meat on the bones, and let's take and shove this situation right back in the face of those lying Democrats and lying members of the press. No PSA on today's episode. Have a great one.